I'm Bridget Eslinger with the Health and Wellness Bootcamp, and today I want to talk about what is gluten. We all hear the hype about gluten-free and we should really focus on gluten, but do we really know what it is? So I want to share with you, gluten is a whole host of proteins. It's not just one protein, it's a family of proteins. And when we talk about gluten and something labeled gluten-free, the FDA plays a trick on us and it really only looks at gliadin, which is one of the proteins found in the grain family. And if that particular protein is not found in the food that is labeled gluten-free, it can be stamped gluten-free. But that doesn't mean that it is gluten-free, because there is gluten in a whole host of grains. So I want to use corn as an example. Corn is not a vegetable, corn is a grain, and it does have gluten attached to it. So when you're looking for a gluten-free food, I encourage you to really look at your labels, dive deep, and there is no such thing as a gluten-free grain. I have an excellent chart here for you to look at when you look at a grain, and this obviously is not all-inclusive. This is just a subset of the most popular grains out there and the protein that's found in them. And you can see that wheat has gliadin in it at 69%. Corn is number 2 on the list and has a protein in it at 55%. I won't go down the list at all of those. You can see those there for yourself. But when you're looking for trying to remove gluten from your diet, because gluten does cause an inflammatory response in our body, I encourage you to look at your labels and really dive deep. Does gluten bother you? Maybe perhaps you've tried to remove gluten from your diet and see a difference. Make sure you do a food journal so you can track your symptoms and what you're eating, and you can reflect back. And the other important thing to remember is the meaning of gluten is glue. It is the protein that helps bind ingredients together to create a denser product. And I share that with you for this reason. When you go to eat something, what's its consistency? Is it a baked good? Is it doughy? Does it need to be elastic? Is there some preservative? Does it need to be thickened in some way? Gluten is in a lot of processed foods, and it's in many pre-packaged foods. So you really have to dive deep, dissect those ingredients, and remember, the less ingredients, the better off you are. Get something that has minimal ingredients in it. Get as close to the source as you can. If you can stay out of a package, a box, or a container, the better off you'll be and the healthier you'll be. I hope you've enjoyed this. Hopefully you have a better understanding of what gluten is, and I'll see you next time.